Welcome out. We are so excited that you've joined us as we launch out Helm by Katalyst. It is an exciting partnership for Katie and I to announce. My name is Ashlee Hollis, and I am the president of Helm Creative Studio.
And I'm Katie, and I'm the president of Katalyst Productions. And to echo Ashlee, we are so incredibly excited to partner together and bring the best of what we do in live event production together with their incredible digital expertise and create solutions that are so timely and perfectly customized for exactly what you need.
And we know that this is a new normal that we're all kind of trying to navigate. So as we've introduced ourselves, we put together a video, and you may have already seen this, but we want you to check out this video that really explains our collaboration and how we're partnering together. So watch this.
Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Ashlee, and we have an incredibly exciting announcement. You may know Helm Creative Studio for our creative storytelling, digital content, and printing.
And you may know Katalyst for our event production, program development, and brand activations. But what you might not know is that we've been unofficially partnering since we launched our companies 5 years ago.
During these unprecedented times where we're physically separated from each other, it's more important than ever for us to come together.
We're incredibly excited to announce that we are partnering to bring the best of live and the best of digital together just for you. This collaboration allows us to provide comprehensive, full-service support to all of our clients.
We know that adjusting to this new normal can be overwhelming. So whether you're looking to take a special event from live to digital, or maybe you're looking to turn your team's living rooms into conference rooms, we can provide custom printed backdrops, at-home video conference packages, concept and program development, even audio and video editing remotely, and so many other custom digital solutions.
So on behalf of Katalyst Productions and Helm Creative Studio, let's get started.
As we navigate this new normal and as we launch this partnership to better serve you as our clients, we are excited to just kind of chat through some of the different options. You know, we have live events, and you may have worked with us before in live events. And Katie is an incredible event producer, and so honored to be able to partner with her. And so we have live events, and then we also have remote events. And in the remote events would be where somebody comes in from a location to film. So maybe that somebody meets us somewhere and we film and we broadcast out live. And then the third thing that we have is virtual options. And that's where we bring different guests in. We can package videos and put them together. And so today we're going to kind of be navigating through those differences. You might be watching this and you're trying to figure out, how do I take events live? Or you might also be trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to engage my team during this new normal? And so throughout this live stream broadcast, you're going to see some different backgrounds. You're going to see some different lower thirds coming through, all different types of things. And we know that in a normal broadcast, those would all be very clear and they would all be very perfectly created and designed together. But in this broadcast, we want you to be able to see different options and the different things that are possible. So you're going to notice that through the broadcast. You're also going to notice down there, there's a QR code. And we would love to have you register. If you haven't already registered, we're going to be giving away a work from home kit today. And so that's going to include a custom printed backdrop. That's going to include a ring light. That's going to include blue light glasses for working from home, and also a Rocket Book, which is Katie and I's favorite piece of technology. So that is amazing. We can't wait to give that away. So if you haven't gotten to register yet, we encourage you to do that now.
Awesome. And I just want to say, I know 2020 looks a little different for all of us, I think, as much as it does for us as you. And we want you to know that we are all in the same boat adjusting to this new normal. Maybe you're going through layoffs in your department and your events team is down to 1 or 2 people from 6 or 8. You may be overwhelmed with the idea of digital in general or virtual events because maybe you're not a techie or your company isn't super technical driven. Maybe you're having trouble trouble envisioning what a virtual event would even look like because maybe you haven't seen it done before, or you haven't seen it done well. Maybe you're just not sure, how much this is even going to cost. I want to let you know we understand that, and we're here to help in whatever way makes the most sense for you. We customize everything based on what your unique needs are, whether that's pivoting from live to virtual events, hosting live concert performances, even taking your entire marketing strategy digital. We are here to partner exactly where you need us, when you need us. And throughout this demo, we'll be showing you all the different ways that we can create scalable, customized solutions that are perfect for exactly what you need. And we play really well with others, so we can produce completely independently, or we can work with your in-house team.
Absolutely. And I think Katie said it best. Like, we can work and we can come in and help see this through from start to finish, producing a broadcast and working with hosts and guests that you might be bringing in. And we can also work with your team. And if you know of specific people that you're wanting to bring in and us to work with, but I think the biggest thing that I would say is this can be looked at two ways. It can be looked at virtual as bridging the gap, right? And we can look at it and say, okay, we've got to get through this new season. We've got to figure out what we're going to do. If we can't do live, what are we going to do instead? Or we can look at this as engaging the audience in a deeper way. Even when we come back together, even when we begin live audience events and concerts and dinners and galas, even as we bring all of that together, we can still implement virtual as an addition and as a way to better engage your audiences. And so at Helm, at Katalyst, we say all the time, it's not either or, it's both and more. And so we look at this and say, hey, how can tonight equip you? You're going to find out some different ways that you can, record an iPhone video and still get quality video. You're going to see all sorts of different ways to better engage in your digital marketing. But I mentioned a few minutes ago the work from home kit. And the work from home kit can be used in so many different ways, right? It can be used, maybe you're thinking, okay, I have to turn my living room into a conference room. How can I make this look professional? Or maybe you're also thinking about a broadcast and you're like, my hosts are in so many different places, but I want to bring uniformity and I want to make sure that everything looks cohesive. And how can we do that, right? And even as we begin to get outside of our houses, how can we accommodate if people can't come in to be here remotely and to film and to broadcast out? And so this work kit is something that we've kind of put together as a way that you can send out to hosts, to your team members, to maybe executives as they're setting things up. And actually, it's very easy to set up. Even if you think, oh, I've never done that before, it's so simple to set up. And so Elijah put together a short video for you to be able to see exactly how this gets set up and the quality that you're going to get from the ring light. So would you check out this video of how simple the work from home kit is?
All right, Ash, that was a great video. And I feel like maybe now it's time for a little game. So humor me with this. Let's get 30 seconds up on the clock. And can you talk to us in 30 seconds of how many ways you can think of to apply digital in this new normal? Are you ready for it?
Okay.
Okay, go. All right, let's go.
Okay, so number one, I would say creative storytelling. I think that there's a new way to engage your host and expand your audience. I would say number two, you can produce evergreen content. So even like tonight is being recorded, and so this will produce evergreen content. I think that you can increase your audience reach. So I think that you can push out to such a global audience now. I think that last thing I would say is, ooh.
That was amazing.
Oh my word. I try, right? It
You
really
just
is
need
a
more
cool
coffee.
way.
You talk faster than that.
I know. I've only had 4 cups today. I should have grabbed one more right before. No, let's throw 30 seconds back up on the clock. And Katie, let's hear from you. So you are incredible with sponsorships and partnerships and, bringing people together and partnerships and alignment for organizations. So let's put 30 seconds on the clock and let's hear from you incredible ways that people can leverage partnerships in this new digital era. On your mark, get set, go.
Woo! Okay, so I think first and foremost, recognize the value in your networks. And this is something that we talk to clients all the time about, really taking a holistic and hard look at all of the assets that you have available in your network, your partners, your influencers. Recognize where you can provide value to your partners. Have a clear awareness of, what you can offer back. Like you said earlier, actually, custom created content. I think, spotlight opportunities, bringing so much to say, so little time. Oh,
I know. I feel like 30 seconds sounds so long until
yeah.
you actually get into it and you're like, wow, I barely get a sentence in 30 seconds.
We'll turn it into a blog later. It's fine.
There we go. That's perfect. I love it.
Amazing. Okay, so guys, now we want to hear from you. We're going to go ahead and get a poll up on the screen, and we want to show you this feature because this allows you to really engage audiences in a specific way and gain feedback directly from your viewers in real time. Whether you want, whether you're on a team call or you're hosting a virtual event, it's a really unique way to just engage with who's viewing on a deeper level. So that poll should be up on your screen now. And go ahead and let us know, what are you planning to use digital for? Virtual events, so ceremonies, services, live performances, hosted live interviews, demonstrations, continuous learning, all of that could be a virtual event. Relationship building with team and clients, and brand engagement and marketing campaigns.
Yeah, and I think what you can actually do is just comment that in the comments right below this live, and it's going to pull right in and give us a response. So you can just comment right at the bottom of this post. What are you doing? Virtual events, relationship building with your team, brand engagement and marketing campaign. Go ahead and comment that in there. We're going to be able to see. And Katie, I want to jump in just from like a tech digital side. I think what's really cool is there's so many different ways to do polls and so many different ways to like bring everything together. And so you can do it through a Facebook poll and have the results show on the screen. You can do it through comments and have the results come in that way. You can engage audience in so many different ways, but unique. The cool thing is then, Katie, I feel like I see on a lot of your events, people engaging the audience on the stage and getting people going. And I think that one of the coolest things is this is a new way to engage people in a virtual way, right? So like being able to do polls and live comments and everything like that.
Absolutely. So true. This is amazing.
I think what else is awesome about it is, and Katie, I think that we are going to talk about this at the end, but if it's okay if I give a little sneak peek.
Sure, go for it.
Katie and I are actually going to be taking these. So what you're writing in there, right? Virtual events, relationship building. We're actually going to be taking these and turning them into blogs and sending out emails following this live broadcast. So what are some different uses for virtual event? One of the things that we have put together is actually a bunch of resource packets. And these resource packets will just equip your hosts with, how can I share this stream out on my Facebook page? Or maybe it's somebody who's coming in remotely, like Katie and I are both coming from our homes and saying, how do I come in? How would I do that? And we actually have a whole document that you can give to your team members if you want to film a video. And maybe it says, here's how to film, here's where to film, here's what to think of. Knowing that a lot of people are commenting virtual events, like a lot of you are looking, what are we going to do with virtual events? and even relationship building. How are we going to engage people? How are we going to engage our team members? How are we going to engage our audience? And so knowing that you're looking at that, I think that's a perfect segue to this next video that we've actually put together for you. And, like Kate said earlier, you might be thinking, I'm not techie. I'm not sure how to do this. How would we get good content? How would we be able to bring everything together? And it's cool. We've actually put together some videos and we've put together some guides and some different things that will equip both you and your hosts and your guests and everybody that come in how to shoot good video on their iPhone. How can we capture great video and great audio and bring it in? So Elijah put this other video together. So now let's transition to that video. Check this out.
Hey, I'm Elijah Hollis, and I want to give you a few tips on how to record professional looking video even at home. Now, the first thing we're looking at is setup. This has everything to do with audio, lighting, location, and wardrobe. So let's dive in. So we're gonna look at a couple things, but the first thing I want to hit on is location. Now, your location is pretty vital because you don't want anything in your shot to take away from your message. So you'll notice I'm recording in front of a pretty plain wall. I found a plain wall in my house. Now it's nothing special, but you'll see that if we turned it, like for instance, like for this, you might be thinking the entire time I'm trying to talk to you, you're thinking about what's in the jar or what's in the background. So you want to make sure to eliminate all distractions. If there's any paintings on the wall, things that could cause distraction, we want to just eliminate that so that our message is crystal and clear and I'm your main focus. The next thing we're going to look at is audio. Now, nothing worse than listening to a video and hearing all this background noise, or you might be on a Zoom call and you hear someone that has stuff going on. You're like, what is that? It's distracting. So we want to make sure to eliminate that. So the first thing you want to do is where you're going to film, listen. Take a listen to the room. What's happening? Is the dishwasher on? Is the air conditioning blasting? I just had the air conditioning blasting through what I was recording, and then when it turned off, I was like, oh, different. So I need to record again. Some things you need to just pay attention to say, what is happening? Are the kids doing their thing? Or is the TV on? Is there anything that's clanking or making noise? We want to eliminate that. So you can go into another room, find a different space to think, or just make sure that it's off before you record. Let's talk about lighting. So lighting is pretty key because overexposure or underexposure is not good. Or if you have shadow on half of your face, or you just want to make sure that lighting looks good and it's even. Even lighting is key. So you don't have to have professional grade lighting for this. You don't have to have some studio equipment. You might have a lamp that you pull in so that your face is lit. So right now I'm using a ring light and it kind of evenly disperses the light on my face. But you can use lamps, you can use the natural light. I have a window right here that we could use. But anything you want to use, you just want to make sure that nothing's overexposed. So for instance, let me just bump up the lighting here and I'll show you what overexposure looks like. See, it's just washed out. My face is all overexposed. It doesn't look good. So you want to make sure to bring that even so it feels right. Now you don't want to go underexposed because too dark, it's just hard to see. And you're like, what is going on up there? So anything you can do to bring different lighting into the environment. Another thing to avoid is being backlit. So for instance, if I have a window and I stand in front of the window, let me just show you what that would look like. I'm gonna turn off my ring light just for a sec because this is sometimes thinking that that window's gonna be a good view. You see my exposure to my face is gone. You can't see anything. So making sure that we eliminate all things that would be backlit, making sure that even just moving over here to the side of the window puts the light on my face instead of behind me. See, that's way better. And then you bring in the light. Oh yeah, bring your lamp in. Just making sure that your face is evenly lit. Hey, I hope this was helpful in you recording professional looking video, even at home. At Helm, we believe that any story worth telling is worth telling right. So here's to you, telling your story in the most impactful way.
All right. Wow, Elijah. Shout out to you. That video and resource guide is a game changer. That is amazing. Okay, so you've seen how easy it is to capture cell phone footage, and now we have a few special surprises for you that I'm super excited about. So first, we want to show you how easy it is to bring someone live into your virtual event through different platforms. And to do that, we could think of no one better than this incredible individual. So coming to you now live from her living room to talk about how to really engage an audience that you can't see using just your camera and microphone on your phone and speaking to it like it's an audience. Here to teach us is the gorgeous and talented Philadelphia weather anchor, Alondra Anaya.
Thanks, Katie. I'm so happy to be here with both of you. I'm very excited to be a part of this. This is something incredible for our community, and I'm so grateful to be here. And yeah, the main part of my job is basically speaking into a camera, and we have our audience at home, but I'm never actually looking at someone or in front of people. So that's something that's not so different now that we are in quarantine, self-isolation. I can't be at the studio, but I'm still at home, still talking into a camera, which is something that I'm very much used to. So I just want to give you a couple tips on how you can also do this from home, because one of the things that I feared before getting into this profession was public speaking. That was something that I always kind of was a little fearful about, that being in front of an audience and having all of these eyes on you. So in a way, I feel as though being in front of a camera by yourself in your living room, you couldn't be more comfortable. You don't have those eyes on you. So I think that's going to ease it a little bit more if you are someone who also has that fear of speaking with a large group. Also, one thing that they've told us before is pretend the camera is somebody that you love. Pretend you're talking to a parent. Pretend you're talking to a grandmother. I always imagine that the camera is my grandma and I'm just talking to my grandma. So you point at the camera, you're holding that eye contact, you have a smile on your face, and you are just having a conversation with somebody that you love because you want to grab the attention of your viewer. And how else to do that than by showing them your love? And that's something that's incredibly important. Also, speaking conversationally, it's something that's very important, and that's going to hold the audience's attention. You don't want to use big, extravagant words that are going to make people question in their brain. You know, you're having a simple conversation. And like I said, it being in the comfort of your own home, being in the middle of your living room, the fact that technology has advanced so much that we have the ability to do this is awesome. It's incredible. And I just, those are the little pointers that I have for you. And you guys know that you can always come to me if you have any questions at all. Katie, Ashlee, I'm so happy to be a part of this with you guys. And yeah, hit me up if you guys have any questions.
Wow, that is probably our biggest offer of the night, Alondra. Thank you so much. You heard it here first, guys. Alondra is here to coach you with all of your virtual event needs. Just kidding. No, you are tremendous. Thank you so much for lending us your talent and your time and giving us some of that insight. I am going to put that into practice starting right now. And we want to show you next how great cell phone video footage can look with editing. So you might not imagine footage that you capture on your cell phone being a great fit for a large screen. And we want to show you exactly what you can do with footage that you shoot on your own cell phone. So let's bring in our next surprise guest, the incredibly talented Boss Babe. This is a dear friend, chef owner of Spice Finch and Carol Couture Cuisine. And I cannot forget this, two-time Top Chef All-Star. Come on, Chef Jennifer Carroll. Come on, girl. Let's teach us something.
Thanks so much, ladies. I am so happy to be here with all of you live in our new normal of this virtual world. If you don't know, I am Chef Jennifer Carroll, and I own a restaurant named Spice Finch in downtown Philadelphia. I also have a culinary experience company named Carol Couture Cuisine. And today we are going to be making my famous avocado citrus vinaigrette. I know all of you out there are cooking so much more at home, so today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite vinaigrettes. It is an avocado citrus vinaigrette. So we're going to start off with the ingredients. We have fresh avocados. You want to get ripe avocados. I have already juiced some orange juice and lemon juice, about a 1/4 cup each. And I have 2/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1.5 tablespoons of honey. You can use agave if you want to make this vegan. 1 clove of garlic, I'm not going to use all of this, but this is harissa, so about a 1/4 teaspoon of a spicy chili paste, and some sea salt. Also, herbs. You can use whatever herbs you have at home. I like to usually use cilantro and dill. Sometimes I throw in mint and basil, so whatever you have at home, it works. Don't worry. When you're making a vinaigrette or anything in a blender, a chef trick is to always put the liquid in first. This will help the blender spin and will help pull down the thicker ingredients into the blades. All right, so in goes our 1/4 cup of lemon juice and our 1/4 cup of orange juice, our honey. And if you saw how easy that came out, that is because I put a little bit of olive oil in the container first. That is another chef trick. We're gonna grate on the microplane. This is one of my favorite tools that I use in my kitchen. Grate that garlic. Next are the herbs that are going to go in. For the herbs, I am just going to do a rough chop on them so they don't get caught up in the bottom of the blades. And I use the stem and all because the stem has a ton of flavor in them. Do not throw out the stems of your herbs. And now we're gonna take the avocado. I found one that is nice and super ripe. That's what you want. Cut the avocado in half. Now, typically I would say only use half of an avocado, but this is a really small avocado, so we're gonna use the whole thing. Right into the blender with all of it. If you don't have harissa, you can use any chilies or any pepper that you like. A good substitute would actually be a jalapeno pepper. So that's not too spicy, and you can just blend it right in. I would take the seeds out first. It'll help turn the vinaigrette nice and green as well. Easy so far, right? Onto the blender. And I'm doing about a 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. Turn on the blender and let it go. Now, as soon as you see it getting nice and thick and creamy, we're going to slowly add the olive oil in. I'm gonna taste it. It's really good. It's really thick right now. So what I'm going to do is I have a little more lemon and orange juice that I am going to add in. You can add a little bit more water if you want to make it the consistency you like. And now I'm gonna stir in my chili paste because I don't want it to get all blended up, and I want to try and keep it as green as possible. So I'm just stirring that in with a spoon. This, takes place of any like creamy dairy-based like dressing. It is delicious on any salads. It's awesome on chicken, on pork, on fish. You can marinate some veggies in it. Well, there you have it, my famous avocado citrus vinaigrette, and I hope you enjoy and make it at home. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, be well, be kind to each other.
Well, thank you so much, Chef Jen Carroll. You are incredible, and we could not be more thankful for you giving us that video footage. I think it's incredible what you can do with iPhone footage that's been edited. And so that was so exciting to see. And I also can't wait to make that recipe during quarantine. I'm so excited about that. Today, another thing we want to do is we want to take a minute and we want to give you another opportunity to let us know your questions. So you may have watched this and you may have seen the poll and you might have seen the questions and seen the remote guests coming in and the video editing and so many different components that we kind of crammed into this short time with you. But if you have any questions, we would love for you to comment them below. Maybe you're thinking, okay, how could I use this? Or maybe you're wondering, I don't know anything about video editing, or any comments that you have. And here's the reason we would love to invite you to do that. because as I said earlier, we are going to be putting out some emails and some blogs, and we want to answer your questions. We want to make sure that this is a resource to you. And as you're navigating this new normal, and as you're stepping into this, we would love to help you navigate that. And we would love to, you know, help with anything that we can, whether it's creative or production or strategy. We'd love to put that out there. So as you're commenting below, Katie, now we get to give away our work from home kit.
Let's do it.
So much fun. Okay, so Elijah, can you bring me all the names? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have a bucket of names, and we are so excited to draw somebody. So just a reminder, Katie, remind them what the work from home
Absolutely. Okay, this is amazing, you guys. So this is a custom printed 6-foot backdrop, however you want it, whatever you want on it, with the hardware and frame, which is incredible. Blue light glasses, which actually look really awesome. I was super impressed. A rocket notebook, which is literally my favorite thing ever. For those of you who don't know what a rocket notebook is, it's a notebook that you write on with a pen. When it's all filled up, you literally wipe it off with water and start all over again. And you can upload your pages directly to iCloud, to your shared drive, wherever you want. It is such a work tool efficiency. I love it. I'm obsessed. Obviously, I just talked about it for 45 seconds. The other thing we're shipping you is a ring light, which it guarantees you have incredible professional lighting in your home. We're so excited. I've talked long enough. Ashlee, who won this?
Okay, so I'll draw. Katie, drum roll, please.
Okay, here's my professional drum roll.
All right, here we go. Woo, did I get it? Okay, we have Morgan from Charlene Kate Events. So
all right.
Exciting. Morgan, we are so excited for you. Congratulations. So Morgan, we will send that out to you. We will connect with you so we know what you want printed on that and where you want it sent. But I can't thank you enough. And I know Katie has a few other things to say, but I just want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's an honor to work with so many of you and to be able to share your story creatively. And like Elijah said, you know, anytime we're sharing a story of creativity, we want to share it well. And it's so exciting that excellence doesn't have to stop just because we're virtual. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll turn it over to you, Katie.
Absolutely. It's so true. Creative storytelling is so foundational to everything that we do, whether it's live or virtual. You said that so well. So I want to echo that. I want to say thank you guys so much for your time tonight. Thanks for letting us hang out with you wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you for engaging, giving us your comments. It helps us better serve you and create content that's relevant to exactly what you need right now. And we know that's going to change week by week. And we want to stay in touch with you. We want to continue to be aware of what your needs are as they arise and create content that meets that need. So we are going to be sending out an email next week with a recording of this, you know, entire presentation so that you guys can have it. You can share it out if you want it. We're also going to be sharing as a little surprise, if you did not win the work from home kit, don't be sad. We are going to be sending everyone a 20% discount code so you can purchase your own at an awesome rate. And so we're super excited to share that with you. We're going to cue to a couple of rolling slides here as we exit out with some of our services. Thank you to our amazing partners. Alondra, you rocked it. Jen Carroll, your food is incredible. And all of a sudden I'm craving avocado and a salad and I don't even know why. You're so good. Thank you guys so much for letting us hang out with you. And we're so incredibly excited. We look forward to hearing from you and hanging out again soon. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.